This is the Dollemore Daily, and I'm Jesse Dollemore.
Oftentimes, in the aftermath of events like the raid on Donald Trump's Mar-a-Lago on his home, the execution of a legally issued federal criminal warrant looking for top secret documents that are so top secret they can't even be described in public what they're surrounding. Oftentimes in the aftermath of these events, idiots run into the cameras to talk. And I say, look, if a moron is willing to run his mouth and flap his lips and just let him do it, it's given them enough rope to hang themselves. And that's exactly what happened with Eric Trump, who went on Fox News and was extolling the virtues and bragging about his vast knowledge of the operations of the White House. Nobody knows how it runs in the White House better than me. It's a common refrain. I mean, I guess when you're raised by an adult who uses the same phrases over and over and over, you're gonna pick some of those up. And that's what happened with Eric Trump. Except in this particular moment, Eric Trump cops to his dad's impropriety, unethical behavior, immoral behavior, possibly illegal behavior with interfering with the operations of the independent Department of Justice, or the Department of Justice that is supposed to be independent. Because he, in this clip you're getting ready to watch, is telling America that he knows Joe Biden signed off on this because he knows how the White House works, and that's how it works, which means that's how it worked with his dad. Because the only White House he has any experience with is Donald Trump's White House. The only way that a president works relative to his or her, up to this point, his DOJ, is his dad's. Watch this remarkable moment of, this is life imitating art. This is an instance of you're witnessing someone stepping on not only their dick, but their dad's dick, all on camera on Fox News. Watch this.
But this is the system, and make no mistake, Jesse. I mean, I know the White House as well as anyone. I spent a lot of time there. I know the system. This did not happen without Joe Biden's explicit approval. The White House approved of this. Mark my words, Jesse, it will come out. I love you see the press secretary out there today. We had no knowledge of this at all. Give me a break. A field office wouldn't take, they wouldn't even think about doing this without the sign off of the President of the United States. This is raiding one of the most famous houses on planet Earth, one of the most famous people, probably the most famous person on planet Earth. Give me a break. Joe Biden
Mar-a-Lago's one of the most famous houses on planet Earth. These people, man. God, I mean, it is remarkable. The ego, the delusion. And Donald Trump might be one of the most famous people on the earth. Sure, he's a former president of the United States. He's the ex-president that we now have to endure. But the telling thing there is, this is the system. This did not happen without Joe Biden's approval. It is anathema to him that a president could be uninvolved with the operations of the Department of Justice related to issuing search warrants, filing sworn affidavits before a judge, going before a judge, presenting the evidence that they have, that would lead to probable cause, and a federal judge signing off on a search warrant for a former president's residence. They're not going to go into this lightly. And a president, unless you're Donald Trump, doesn't treat the Department of Justice as his own personal law firm. For all this talk about weaponizing the Department of Justice, we know, based on copious amounts of testimony given to the January 6th Select Committee investigating the attempted overthrow of our government, we know Donald Trump did just that. And if it weren't for Donahue and others threatening to quit en masse, They had a conference call with all of the assistant attorneys general, the assistant deputy attorney general, and they were like, we're going to quit if this happens. All of us. You'll have nothing left. It will be a skeleton operation if you put this Clark doofus, Jeffrey Clark, as the attorney general, the acting attorney general. He wanted to weaponize the Department of Justice in order that he stay in office to overturn a free and fair election. And here they are whining and crying about weaponizing the FBI and the Department of Justice when it's not happening. There's zero evidence of it happening. Zero. There's not even a whiff of impropriety on the part of the Department of Justice or the Federal Bureau of Investigation. None. But that's all you hear. Jesse Waters, they're planting evidence. Eric Trump, Joe Biden for sure signed off on this. No, he didn't. If anything, they've been too cautious. What have I been screaming about for a year and a half about the overcautiousness of Merrick Garland? Where is he? Do not believe, and I know the vast majority of my audience isn't buying this bullshit. But I also know that there's a slim percentage, a scant percentage of conservatives, of Republicans who do watch this, who do listen to the things that I say. I get emails occasionally that say, hey, listen, I was a rabid, ardent Trump supporter when I first started, and not so much anymore. I'm not going to vote for that guy again. I've disavowed the Republican Party. It happens. It's important to pay attention to the details. It's not just a claim Eric Trump is making that, well, I know how that White House works. This is it. What's the opposite of that? What's the other side of that? That means that he knows the White House so well that this is what his father would have done. He would have gotten involved. He would have had to micromanage this thing. He would have been involved in political persecution of his opponents. Anyway, I would throw it to you. What do you think? You can call, leave me a brief voicemail, 714-576-4054. Of course, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. I would love to hear from you. Follow me on social media. I'm at Dollemore on Twitter, at Dollemore on TikTok, and at Dollemore on Instagram. You can also tell me how wrong I am there. It's a good time. Or tell me how you left the Republican Party. Or in the comments. That's where I'd love to see it. In the comments, your journey out of the Republican Party. And if I had anything to do with it, I would appreciate it. If you appreciate me, I would appreciate it if you would consider supporting my work right here on this platform. You can click the join button below this video, become a channel member for pennies a day, $1.99 a month, or you can go over to patreon.com/IDoubtItPodcast. Both those are great ways to help support and produce what I do right here. Anyway, I love you guys. I'll see you next time. Until I do, be genuine. Take care of one another.